Hey, bye, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm doing an album review. And this is Sade, Diamond Life from 1984. And this is their debut album. Yes, and I absolutely adore this album. And I'm going to get into the background and everything about this. Okay, this was recorded between October to November 1983, and it was released the 16th of July 1984, and it was recorded at the Power Plant Studio in London, and this is on the Epic label. The length of the album is 44 minutes 31 seconds. So here, by it, we get down to it. Oh, here. Now, the producer of this is interesting. It is Robin Miller. Now, his background, his father was Irish and his mother was West Indian, and he was born in London. And he's blind. And he is one of the world's most successful producers. He, in total, has sold, in terms of his albums that he's produced, 55 million records sales. Wow. That is an amazing amount of records. Artists that he's covered, apart from Sade, are Everything But the Girl, Fine Young Cannibals, Randy Crawford, Tom Robinson, and the Style Council. These are just some of the artists that he has produced. What a talented man he is. Really extremely talented. Now, the group was formed in 1982, Sade. The background really comes from lead vocals, Sade Adu, and saxophone guitarist Stuart Matterman. Together, they were in a band called Pride, and then this, of course, they formed Sade as a band. So the lineup for Sade is Sade Adu vocals, Stuart Matterman saxophone guitar, Andrew Hale keyboards, and Paul S. Denham the bass. The artwork is done by Chris Roberts, who does the photos, and Graham Smith, the sleeve design. I think it's a really cool cover. It's just wonderful. It reflects the album. It really does. Now, the album listing of tracks, I'll go through the listing of the tracks, and then we'll look at the context of this album. Now, it starts off with Smooth Operator. Then you've got Your Love Is King. Then you've got Hang On To Your Love. Frankie's First Affair. When Am I Going to Make a Living? Cherry Pie. Sally, I Will Be Your Friend. And Why Can't We Live Together? Now, Why Can't We Live Together is a cover. It's the only cover on this album, which was a hit for Timmy Thomas. And Sade do their brilliant version of this. Excellent. Now, singles released from this album is, of course, Your Love Is King. That was the one that really projected them there into the charts, and what a cool classic song it is. But they all are. And then after that, they released When Am I Going to Make a Living? Smooth Operator, of course, got a release. It was the third single, and what a song that is. I absolutely adore that song. It's cool. It's just so fantastic. And then in the US, they released, as well as those singles, they released Hang On to Your Love in the US. Now, I was trying to find what the current situation is in terms of worldwide sales of this album. What I've only got 1997, and in 1997, 10 million copies were sold, which is a hell of a lot at that time. So I just would love to know I couldn't find what the actual figures are now. I mean, it is a classic. It's a designated classic album. Now, when you look at it, it falls into various sort of categories. Now, it's been given quite a few labels. It's been even called part of the Quiet Storm. The Quiet Storm was this smooth jazz influence, which was actually based on a song by Smokey Robinson. And it's also seen as part of that. I think it's always difficult when you start sticking labels and bands together. But they said it's kind of like the new wave of, we always see that, of R&B and soul artists, British ones. You had groups and singers like Simply Red, Lisa Stansfield, the Brand New Evies. This kind of group, sort of, they put them together. They're, and they, of course, give it a name. It's been described as neo soul. Well, there we are. You've always got these elements. Basically, there's elements of soul, pop, and smooth jazz, and I think that epitomizes very much the sound of this album, which producer Robin Miller brings out beautifully, and all in the songs. I said they're all written by the band. 2-3 members of the band, and of course it's just that one cover version. So the sound is very much there, and the quality of writing is excellent, because this is a debut album. That's, again, for a debut album to be like this is amazing. I mean, I do actually find that there are a lot of amazing debut albums, and this is one. This is one that I come back to and absolutely love. It's got everything I kind of like about this music. It's one that, no matter what kind of mood you're in, you can put this on and it's beautiful. It just really gets into your soul. Yes. But the jazz bass, the smooth jazz, and of course vocals are just amazing. Sade Adu's vocals. Oh, and she looks great as well. Have you seen the videos of her? Wow, she is beautiful woman, giving these wonderful, absolute wonderful vocals. And the group just all come together so great on this album. I just can't fault it. There's not a weak track on this album. There's not a track that you think, oh yeah. This album has, for me, it just has the perfect mix. It does, and that is a wonderful thing to have on an album. An album that you can play. I've had this. Well, I had it on record when it came out originally, as you know, and well, I guess what happened to my record collection. But of course, as soon as it got released on CD, I got it on CD because you've just got it, and it is the best quality, you can get for this, which it deserved the CD release, and quite rightly it's done. And you can pick this album up, I think, reasonably priced. I don't think they've overdone the price like they often do if an album starts getting popular. It's just such a great album. And I think before I go, I should just show you it. My copy here is. There it is. You see that? What I said, mind you have seen the cover, but anyhow, and there's the back. Quite simple design there, the back. And then if we look inside, again, it's quite simple, but that, even the black and that there, looks great. Absolute, such a wonderful album, this. It's one of my favourites. If I was to pick Desert Island discs, this one could well go on it. I don't know, it might go there. There's so many, probably with the Talking Heads album. Oh, and look at this cover. How beautiful she is. Look at that voice. You could die for that voice. Wow. It is just beautiful voice. I love voices, different types, and the female voice, you sometimes just get some that are so good, like with Whitney and just the Diana Ross, fantastic. But this is it's really special, and I think that's it really. I can't say anything else. I hope maybe you might be interested, but perhaps it's not your thing, but it is mine, and I like all sorts of genres. It doesn't matter with me. I've got no prejudice against any genre whatsoever. I love music. If music just gets me, then this gets me. So it doesn't matter. I love it. Great, absolutely great album. And that's it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and we'll let you know when I produce videos. You may not like music as much. I am probably more based, more reviews on TV series and movies, but I do like music quite a lot, and it does pop up on my channel, and that's why I'm doing it. If you like this particular video, please give it a like, get it out. It gets it out into YouTube, and hopefully more people might enjoy it, or perhaps they won't. And if you've got any comments, please put your comments down. I love to read your comments, and I'll answer everyone. And they say it costs notes, so you can't say fairer than that nowadays, can they? Bye. Anyhow, I better go now, so all I gotta say is, I'll see thee again.